Time Staffing is proud to serve Wyandot County and the surrounding areas. Time Staffing has been the place to find employment for 20 plus years. Whether you're looking for employment or if you're an employer looking for employees, we are your one-stop source. Call us today at 419-294-1705.
Hey, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Amanda. And this is a podcast where we talk Wyandot business and the people who help run them.
What's up, Wyandot? Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of What's Up, Wyandot. Doing something a little different this time. Our calendar coming up is looking pretty exciting, super fun, but that means that instead of your regularly scheduled guest interview, we are just going to give you an update on what's coming up with the Chamber in the next month or so. So, Amanda, if you want to take it away.
Yeah, we have a lot going on. We were going to do a little bit of a deep dive into the history of the Chamber, and we'll get into that later. But there's actually so much information that it's going to take us a little bit longer to collect all that data. So we decided, looking at our calendar and how busy it is, we wanted to give you guys an update. So our first thing, if you're listening to this on Wednesday when it's uploaded, so today we do have a ribbon cutting. The new Angeline building, the Marilyn Bowen building, we are doing a ribbon cutting for them this morning at 11:30. It's here in Upper Sandusky. They share like a parking lot with A&A Grocery across from Kimmel Corporation. It's been there for about a year now, but obviously with COVID and everything, they need time to get all the furniture, and they wanted to make sure it was completely ready. So it is now completely ready to do tours. And then if you would like, go to their Facebook, on the Angeline Facebook page. They are having a drawing that they're going to pull, I think at 12:30 today. You get on there, you purchase a ticket, and you can win a trip. I think it's like $10 per ticket. So
That's not a bad deal.
no, so just go to their Facebook page. I think it's just like type in Angeline Industries, scroll down a little bit, and then you'll be able to see the drawing. So that one is today. So then after that, we have the next day, that Thursday, the 29th. We do have Med Spa, the Wyandot Med Spa with Wyandot Memorial Hospital. They have the new Targhee building, so that has their physicians and stuff like that out there, and then on one side it has their new med spa. So we're going to do a ribbon cutting at 11:30, and then they have their open house from 4 to 7. So either way, you can get a tour if you want to come at the ribbon cutting and the celebration, or you can come to both. But it's super exciting that they've got a lot of things you can get done. I've seen a lot of people are talking about getting like tattoos removed or waxings and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to go check that out. I've heard a lot of beauty stuff that I didn't even know you could just go there and get done. I thought it was like, oh, that's something you have to go to Columbus to do.
Right. Now it's right down the street.
What, like lip injections and what's it called? It's like the freeze versus heat.
Yeah, so they do like the
sculpting.
Freeze, like cool sculpting.
Yeah, cool sculpting, that's it.
Yeah, and I think they either do the heat or the cool. They do one or the other. I think they do the heat sculpting. It's one or the other. One of them's a little bit better for you. That's the one that they choose.
I think I read that heat sculpting is better for you.
Yes, I think that's the one that they do. So I'm really excited about that one. So instead of driving all the way to Columbus, although a lot of the doctors in Columbus are like super booked up because it's very popular. I mean, the beauty industry is huge, and people want to look their best, and if you could go right down the street instead of driving an hour to Columbus, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, you can look your best right here in Wyandot County.
That's right. And then that same evening at 2 o'clock, we are having the Developmental Disabilities Direct Support Provider Job Fair. So that is from 2 to 6 at Trinity. What that is those that help those with developmental disabilities. This allows you to go and check out the different businesses that are hiring. So if you are currently looking for a different job or currently looking for a job in that industry, this is the time to come speak to those. I know a lot of them are going to do on-the-spot interviews, so if you have a resume, bring it with you. If you just want to find out more information, I know there's going to be a lady there that does independent providing. and that's really, really good money. You can get paid up to like 20 some bucks an hour. You go and take care of private individuals in their home, and you get to make your own schedule. So you get to accept or decline whether you want to take care of those people. So if you're looking for something that is a little bit flexible, maybe if you're looking for certain hours, like maybe when your kids are in school, or if you and your husband kind of help back and forth in the hours, like if you want to do an evening person, that's a great opportunity to discuss. I know, I forget the lady's name, but she's been doing it for years, and she will actually be there to talk to people and walk you through the process of getting licensed and getting certified to be able to do that. So
It's pretty exciting.
yeah, so come out from 2 to 6 at Trinity. Just check it out. I mean, worst comes to worst, you don't find anything that you're interested in, but you may find something even if you're not looking. So
And it could be a good networking opportunity.
it
Meet
can
other
also,
people
yeah,
out looking for jobs, meet other employers.
that's right. You can network.
Yep.
Come meet those people that you may be able to make a connection with your business. Maybe you can provide something for them, and there'll also be a fire pit that they're giving away. So
That's exciting too.
it's a fire pit and I don't know what kind of chairs, but fire pit and cheers. So you'll be all set for the summer. So then that Saturday, the Boxcar Tavern has switched ownership. So they will be doing a ribbon cutting at 4 o'clock, and then they will have a taco party and live entertainment. So come out, and Trey, Vince, and Sarah Kennedy, they have bought the Boxcar. They actually took over yesterday. So if you're out and about, stop and say hello, introduce yourself, welcome them. Obviously, starting a new business is overwhelming and exciting, and it's always nice just to hear from other people, like welcome and hello, and you'll do great.
Yep, there's going to be a lot of growing pains and alterations, but I think we could all get out there and say a big congratulations to Trey and Sarah, and wish them luck, and be excited for the future of the Boxcar and what sort of youth and energy they're going to bring to that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, like people our age, the younger generation is taking over a lot lately in the businesses around here. And it's just exciting to see the change, and they're going to do a lot at the Boxcar to fix some fixing up. It's actually the oldest standing business here in Wyandot County.
Did not know that.
Yeah, so they're probably gonna correct me. I think 180 years old. Kimball's isn't too far. I think they're 90 years old, but that's another 100 years. But I think it's 180. They just celebrated it probably 3 years ago. So the bar, where they have all their liquor and everything, that is original. So that was the original bar. As you can tell, if you go in there, like the drawers are a little, messed up and everything. They don't completely go in and some are missing, but that's one thing that the Boxcar's always kept, is that original. I don't know what you call it, like the shelving, the bar shelving, but that's completely original from like when they built the bar.
Yeah, so even if you're not into drinking or partying, you could still, if you're a history buff, come in and check out the building and
eat a taco.
Yeah.
And just say, welcome, you can come out forward with the ribbon cutting, you can leave, you can stay for the entertainment. We always say, you can stay as long as you want, but I know how much it means to the businesses to see people welcome them on that kind of a day when they first open it. So if you just want to stop and congratulate them, come on.
Yeah, 3 ribbon cuttings in 1 week. That is exciting. That's wonderful news for Wyandot County.
Yes.
That business is growing, energy flowing.
Yeah.
We're moving forward.
Moving forward, we've got ribbon cuttings, we've got open houses, we've got job fairs, so it is a very busy week for us. This is why we decided we're going to do this instead. And then following that, our first Thursdays in August will be August 5th. So from 4 to 7, we will have the food trucks downtown. Do you want to name some of the food trucks that will be there?
Yes, we have 4 trucks coming. Louisiana Barbecue is going to be down by... Actually, they're not going to be near this intersection. They'll be at Nap Eye Care, because at the same time he is hosting a Maui gym event. Is that what it's called?
Yes, so it's a certain type of eyewear. So they always do like it's called like a trunk event, and I think it's called a trunk event. But they'll be down there with Louisiana barbecue, and you can win like a Maui basket set. So
That's exciting.
it's really nice classes.
Yes, and down by the main intersection, we are going to have some nice cold treats from you from Mark's Ice Cream and Snowy Huron. They will be down here, as well as the Pink Lady.
Mm-hmm.
So plenty of dinner and dessert options. And once you've visited our trucks, please feel free to visit any of the brick and mortar establishments. They'll be serving alcohol as they usually do. So
yeah, that's right.
You can do dinner and a drink and hit up everyone.
Yeah, just a little shopping. It's going to be really nice weather, so.
Yeah, it'll be a good day.
Yeah. And then for us, we just keep getting busier and busier. So August is a very busy month as well. On August 11th, we have our leader cast. And what that is, it's we live remote the live event. It's about 9 speakers. We host that at Trinity, and it's from 9 to 4. Doors open at 8. Come and get breakfast served, and then you get a network. And then while it is live streaming, we are also live streaming at the same time. So while they're doing giveaways, we are as well doing giveaways. So you can win tickets. There's a lot of networking opportunity. We do like an icebreaker. The icebreaker is what is in place of trying to win the tickets that we give out. And then of course we serve lunch, we do breaks and things like that. And then our title sponsor, Freedom Caregivers, they'll be able to speak to you guys about what they do and give you a little brief update on them. So it's a really nice event. We usually have a little over 100 people come to this. So if you are looking for ways, everything has changed since COVID, and the title of it this year is Shift. So it's figuring out how to shift into, the new normal. So whether people want to know it or not, things that happened during COVID are here to stay. So people working remotely, or people working half days in the office and at home, or not having as many employees and trying to figure out how to delegate those kind of jobs to one person while also keeping your employees happy that have been there for years. That's going to kind of be what our speakers are going to be speaking about. So it's one of my favorite events. This will be the last year that we do it. We're going to try to do something different every year on leadership-wise, whether it's bringing in a different, just one speaker for the day. And we'll bring LeaderCast back, after 3 years or something, or every other year. We may throw in the Women LeaderCast. So it's just one of those, we're trying to make things fresh and different. So.
And if anybody out there is a fan of The Office,
Yes.
I did hear that one of the guest speakers for this event will be Ray Wilson, aka Dwight.
Yes.
So
I'm so stoked.
That's what I'm excited for.
Yes, it's people like him. If anybody's ever followed him, he's a very brilliant man. Obviously we watch The Office really differently, but they are very, very intelligent speakers and very motivational speakers. So if you can't come, have someone from your HR come. And it really is, people do have a lot of takeaways from it that day. So, come out, get some breakfast, get some lunch, and learn a little bit that maybe you didn't know about. So those tickets are at wyandotchamber.com for $85. And then following that, and 2 weeks after, is our Economic Forecast Breakfast. That is with Baker Financial. This is probably our 4th year putting this on. It is later in the year just due to COVID. We wanted to make sure we could do everything that we typically do. So that is August 25th. Doors open at 7:30, and it's from 8 to 9. And what this event is, Baker Financial, they are always our title sponsor of it. And we're going to bring Greg Moon, the Wyandot County Office of Economic Development. And he's just going to give a brief 10-minute, 15-minute update about what we're looking like in Wyandot County, how many businesses, kind of where our growth is heading. And then Baker Financial, they do bring in their speaker, and he gives an international look at where we're heading as a whole. So what the economy looks like, what the market looks like, which I think is huge for everybody. Everybody should, if you own a business or work for anybody here in Wyandot County, or just yourself, and you want to know economically what the forecast looks like. This is a huge event to come to. The seats are limited, so please, if you would like a ticket, obviously you can always call the chamber, or the easiest way is just go to wyandotchamber.com. You can register online and get your tickets. So
Yeah.
and we'll have breakfast that morning as well. We always make sure everybody, if they're eating there in the morning or in the lunch, we've always got food. So
Yeah, you won't be hungry.
yeah, and that's a really, really good networking event, just because, the people that come to these events are the same type of people such as yourself. It's a good way of talking to them and seeing what they're thinking, or how they're running their business or what they're looking at. So it's a really good networking event. We'll have the lieutenant governor there, and people that you don't get to talk to as much. So
Yeah.
we have a lot going on.
So we are busy bees here at the chamber.
Yeah, we are.
Just staying active, and we'll have some more exciting podcast episodes for you coming up. Maybe a few more guests. But the project we are working on now, we're gonna have to do a little bit of research on it. Is that we are looking into the history of our building.
Yes, I get into these things where I just want to know why something's here, when it was here, and I said something to Hannah. I was like, gosh, I just wonder how. I think it's because our basement flooded, and I mean, that was the worst flood we've ever had in our basement, and you can really tell, a lot of people don't know we have a basement and an upstairs, and you can really tell the history in our basement. I mean, it's still the brick that was laid as a foundation, and we've got a little, a few tunnels and stuff down there, so
It's a little bit creepy.
it is a little bit creepy. We like creepy, so
Yeah.
it's fine. Hannah doesn't believe in the creepiness, and then
I believe in creepiness.
she doesn't believe in the ghost aspect. And then I'm the person that's like, it's fine if the ghosts want to live here. So if there are ghosts, then they're fine with us, because she wants to believe, and I do
I
believe.
want to.
And I just say, if you let them be here and you don't bother them.
I mean, I've never once told a ghost he had to get out.
No, that's not
And
the
I'm sure if
place.
the ghosts are communicating with me, they're just frustrated because they're like, why does she keep rationalize everything?
I
need
know.
her to know.
They're probably frustrated. They're like, I'm here.
I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just really humid out, and I think that's making the doors creak.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then I'm just like, oh, there he is, just telling us hello. So we got into that conversation, and then we decided to do a little research of our own, and we figured out how hard it is to find some of this information. So our building goes back to 1888. That's about as far back as we have gotten. And then we found some books, so we took a little cut here so I could grab them. And we found some books here in Wyandot County, so if you want to explain kind of what we found and where we found them.
Yeah, we were just looking, we were told to look for books by Mary Jane Constein, who had done a historical deep dive on most of the buildings in Wyandot County. So we are in the process of looking through that book.
Yes.
It was pretty difficult to find. We went to the library, and their copies of it are not available at this time.
Yes.
But that was neat for me because I discovered their little history room that I did not know was there.
That was really cool.
Actually, first time I've ever been in that library. So I will probably be going back.
Yeah.
But we did, we ended up going to the museum, and he was able to get us some of the books that will help us. So we will be researching that and being able to give you a more detailed story on a future episode of the podcast.
Yes. Another thing that made us want to look into this, we do a calendar every year, and we are in the process right now of creating that calendar. And we are doing like a then and now, that's the theme. So we wanted to find some historical photos and things like that, because we do need like a front cover. Thankfully, a lot of our monthly sponsors, it's crazy that their buildings have been around for so long. So they have their own older photos, so you'll be able to see, talking about like sunshine insurance, you can see what their building looked like compared to now. So that kind of is what got us into it, but one thing is like Mary Jane Constantine, she takes the dates and she dates what your building was every single time it's changed and for how long. So the only copies they have that we have found is at the museum. Ron Marvin has been great to find us that information. And then the library has a lot of awesome like older books that you can look at, like the Indians of Ohio in Wyandot County. Obviously the Wyandots are huge here. And then they've got the picture memories of Upper Sandusky in Wyandot County. So we're going to be looking into those to find our front cover. We just have to make sure that we can contact those who the photos, who the rights to the photos, so who they belong to figure out what our front cover is going to be of Wyandot County. So the calendar is almost complete, so you'll be able to get that at our Wyandot County Fair this year, or at the chamber, but we're going to at least have those to start handing out at the fair time. So
yeah.
Excited.
Lots of stuff going on.
So much stuff, and we're getting into deep diving, and we are actually going this Friday. The Shawshank is huge here, obviously, in Upper Sandusky. We've got the courthouse, we've got the Shawshank workshop, where the movie was filmed. So we are actually going to go Friday and check out the prison. So I've been in the museum, the courthouse, and Hannah will eventually take those steps out. Things are opening up, but we're gonna go. The prison is open for us to tour, so we're just really trying to make sure, not only do we know the newer businesses, but to learn the history of Wyandot County and to really know, what's happening in case anybody has questions. So.
Yeah, wherever you came from, and where do we go from here?
Because we got a huge tour from Ron at the museum, Wyandot County Museum yesterday.
Yeah.
We got through the whole thing. It was really cool. So
we can probably get more into that in our deep dive episode.
Yeah. So, but make sure you guys go check that out. That was really cool, and he has a really good tour. So, make sure if you guys would like tickets to anything or more information, becoming a member, just go to wyandotchamber.com, or you can call and talk to Hannah at 419-294-3349, and she can get you about any information you need.
In theory.
In theory. If not, I will help her.
If I don't know it, I will find it.
Yeah, she always finds information, so.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening to our podcast. Check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and check out our YouTube channel. And please like the Wyandot Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page. And we will catch you next time.
See ya. Talking about like sunshine insurance, you can see what their building looked like compared to now. So that kind of is what got us into it, but one thing is like Mary Jane Constantine, she takes the dates and she dates what your building was every single time it's changed and for how long. So the only copies they have that we have found is at the museum. Ron Marvin has been great to find us that information. And then the library has a lot of awesome like older books that you can look at, like the Indians of Ohio in Wyandot County. Obviously, the Wyandots are huge here, and then they've got the picture memories of Upper Sandusky in Wyandot County. So we're going to be looking into those to find our front cover. We just have to make sure that we can contact those who the photos,
Yep.
who own the rights to the photos, so
Yeah.
who they belong to figure out what our front cover is going to be of Wyandot County. So the calendar is almost complete, so you'll be able to get that at our Wyandot County Fair this year, or at the chamber, but we're going to at least have those to start handing out at the fair time. So
yeah,
excited.
lots of stuff going on.
So much stuff, and we're getting into deep diving, and we are actually going this Friday. The Shawshank is huge here, obviously, in Upper Sandusky. We've got the courthouse, we've got the Shawshank workshop where the movie was filmed. So we are actually going to go Friday and check out the prison. So I've been in the museum, the courthouse, and Hannah will eventually take those steps out. Things are opening up, but we're gonna go. The prison is open for us to tour, so we're just really trying to make sure, not only do we know the newer businesses, but to learn the history of Wyandot County and to really know, what's happening in case anybody has questions. So.
Yeah, wherever you came from and where do we go from here?
Because we got a huge tour from Ron at the museum, Wyandot County Museum yesterday.
Yeah.
We got through the whole thing. It was really cool. So
we can probably get more into that in our deep dive episode.
Yeah. So, but make sure you guys go check that out. That was really cool, and he does a really good tour. So, make sure if you guys would like tickets to anything or more information, becoming a member, just go to wyandotchamber.com, or you can call and talk to Hannah at 419-294-3349, and she can get you about any information you need.
In theory.
In theory. If not, I will help her.
If I don't know it, I will find it.
Yes, she always finds information. So.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening to our podcast. Check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and check out our YouTube channel. And please like the Wyandot Chamber of Commerce on our Facebook page. And we will catch you next time.
See ya. Great. Look at that. I'm gonna check that. Oh.